Well, how y'all doing? It's PawPaw again. And I had to cool off for 3 or 4 days and remake this video. I thought I was going to have to put this age restricted because I got to fussing and a cussing. The daggum fancy smancy Ford, we have a better idea crap that these automotive engineers decide they're going to do to a car. I don't know where they're at, or who he is, or where the team is. I don't care if there's a team of a dozen of them. PawPaw sure get him some. I'm gonna tell you something now. This has been the most aggravating thing I've ever seen in my life, and to be so simple. And what I'm referring to is that Ford put a door ajar switch on every door. That's fine. I remember years ago I had a little old Chrysler convertible, little old cheap car, and it would sit there and say, "Your door is ajar." And we'd always have fun and say, "Well, your mama is a beep." Your door is ajar. Nah, my door ain't a jar, it's a door. But anyhow, I digress. So, every one of these doors has the switch, you know, that activates the door ajar light, which is also the same circuit as the dome light. So, if the switch malfunctions, any one of them malfunctions, your door ajar light comes on if the key is on. But the dome light stays on because it thinks the door's open, right? Wait, guess where Ford decided to put the daggum door ajar switch? It's inside the freaking doors, attached to the door latch. What's wrong with the button in the door jamb? I mean, I remember when I was a young man, it'd be kind of hot. We'd open up the car door and I'd put my foot up there against that switch, you know, so it could stay dark in the car. Oh, those was the days. But anyhow, those switches work just fine, you know? So why did they have to do something so difficult? And the thing of it is, I am not going to try to replace one of those switches because you don't know which one it is. All you gotta do is pick one, hope your guess is good. You know, go to the obvious one, go to the driver's door maybe, right? No, I refuse, because to replace that switch, whichever one it may be, is $28 just to make the dome light go off, which, by the way, run my battery down. So when I went out to move the car, it was dead. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm really, really not happy with Ford right now. $28 for a switch that's inside the door. I can do a lot of things, but one of the weaknesses in my skills is removing and replacing the door panels properly. Okay, I'll admit that I have had trouble in the past getting that door panel off and then getting it back on exactly the way it's supposed to be, because they got like a fiber board in them or something, and if you don't have the perfect tool, you're not at the exact spot where the little catch is, you either break the catch or you rip the fiber board material, and it's not worth it. I'm not going to risk damaging possibly 4 door panels because I don't know which one it is yet. So what do? Well, no problem. I'll just take out the dome light, right? Yeah. Well, let's go in here and let's see how involved it is to get the dome light out. I'll give you a hint though. It requires a bitty screwdriver, bitty tiny screwdriver that you don't know if somebody don't tell you. Okay, let's see. What I want to show you first is I want to show you that is the door is ajar. Door is ajar light, and all the doors are shut. Damn it. Okay. So, let me turn the switch off. No reason running down the battery further. I've got a charger on it, but you know. So, this ain't gonna be too easy. All right, here is our dome light, and I'm gonna try to hold this camera and do this operation at the same time. Now, the one thing about this style light is I've got two other lights, so I'm not gonna be in the dark. It's just gonna be that short period of time that you open a car door, and you know, I know why they have the lights on them so you can fumble around. But if you're up here with your fingers and you're trying to figure out how does this come off, right? Because there's no screws, and you look at it, it's obviously stepped into place. It must be, but how many pieces are there? And right here's where that bulb is, and why doesn't that separate right there? And I spent I don't know how long trying to mess with it. And then I felt and I found, ooh, there's a little slot right back here, okay? So I put a screwdriver in there, a 1/4 inch wide screwdriver, and I popped the entire assembly out just like this. Yep, that's what I did. It was just like that. And so anyway, supposedly you're supposed to use this little tiny screwdriver. So I'm gonna try to see if we can do it without knocking the entire assembly out. And it says, oh, just stick the screwdriver in there and pull straight down. Just pull straight down. There we go, okay? I didn't pry, I pulled straight down. And because there's really nothing really to pry against. So you're just pulling it straight down like this motion right here, okay? Just straight down, pull straight down. And then right in here is where the dome light goes. Let me show you. See right there. You see that? Yeah. But I've taken it out so it don't run down my battery. Dadgummit. Okay. So that is how you get the cover off, and of course you can take your same little screwdriver and get the bulb out. And right here, just so you know, see what it looks like. See, there's that little slot in the middle. Right. Let me get the camera. Right there. Right there's that little slot where you stick your screwdriver. Okay? So when you go to snap this back on, be wary of your light switches up here, because you got to get it positioned right for those switches. And then you just push it right up, and oh, there we go. There's that one. There's that one. And that's all there is to it. All right. Now, let me go back outside. Now, like I said, well, that's all there is to it. Let me tell you something. If somebody don't show you ahead of time how to do it, there's a lot to it. I mean, it was aggravating. Like you saw where the whole thing fell out of the ceiling. Oh man, aggravating. So, that's PawPaw's tip for the day, how to fix the dome light that won't go off. I know it's a redneck way, I know it ain't the proper way, but I like doing it cheap. Remember, people, you're watching the channel called Doing It Cheap. And I'll be darned if I'm gonna risk destroying one of the door panels in that car to spend $28 on a switch. I ain't doing it. I'm not gonna do it. The car is a 2000 model. That means it's 2018. We're coming up, it's close to 19 years old. There's nothing wrong with that car as far as the interior. Car still rides great. Don't have many miles on it because me and the wife don't drive far to work or nothing like that. And I just don't want to start destroying the inside of the car. So I hope this has helped you. You know, just forget all about that crap about replacing them switches, because like I said, they're right in there where the latch is, inside the door. So you can Google and see that on other people's videos. All right, well, that's all I got. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Except you people at Ford that designed this kind of crap. Oh, newsflash. PawPaw's got a newsflash. I got into parts to work on the gas-powered leaf blower and the lightweight gas weed eater stringer, weed eater brand weed eater. So I got the carburetor parts in to rebuild those, and hopefully that'll be a video coming up today or tomorrow. Well, probably tomorrow. I'm trying to put out one a day. See ya. Woo! Don't forget the fat train on Thursday.